Hey, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Luffy Was a Reincarnation of Kakashi Hatake and Gojo Satoru, part 6. Um, I'm just gonna be calling it part wait because, I didn't remember what part, but it's part 6. Um, why I'm talking about this voice, I don't know, soft voice. Don't know why I'm talking in such a soft voice, but other than that, let me go back into what I was talking about. Okay, so no recap because it was like 8 days ago. Also, I haven't managed to reach to arc Skypia, but I am going through a little bit of the other arcs. But yeah, also this What Up series is going to take more than just a couple of like parts. Like instead of having like 6 to 5 parts or even 8 parts, it's probably going to take like 24 parts. One Piece is such a large, not episode, a large show, so it's gonna take more. I just realized that if I keep doing One Piece what ifs, it's gonna take more than just a couple of parts. Also, my fucking family's being annoying as hell. But other than that, we'll go into where I last left it off. Also, before I go anywhere further, go subscribe to Anime Sensei, Iconic What Ifs, and Obito What Ifs because all the links will be in the description. And go, if you want to, check out my second channel. I kind of just posted like 2 new storytime videos there. But other than that, let's just begin. So, we go into Luffy kind of just being on the boat. And of course, Nami and Norgiro is right now just dealing with what's called everyone else. Now, of course, is where okay, I can't remember. I kind of mix up the 2 episodes, but of course, is where Nami, not Nami, mostly what's it called? Usopp was just catching some fish because Luffy was hungry as hell. He's like, food. Well, not Luffy mostly. Luffy is still gonna act similar to the same as original canon, but not much. Instead, Luffy is just kind of quiet. So Luffy is thinking where to go next. But mostly he's just thinking of like taking it as an adventure. But of course, this is where Najiro is right. Well, not Najiro. Yeah. So Nojiko is right now just talking to Nami and all that. And this is where Usopp still takes that one what's it called, giant sea snail and all that. Of course, this is where the guy comes out and tries to rip off like Luffy's crew and all that. But of course, this is where Robin is just kind of just there reading still like original canon, not doing much. Luffy is not going all excited. Usopp is going all excited because Sanji is like just there, kind of like wondering what the hell these idiots doing. Chopper's also going excited. Zoro's asleep. What's it called? Nami and Nojiro. Yeah, not Nojiro. What's it called? And Nojiko is right now and just wondering what's happening. This is where this person is saying, yes, my name is this. I forgot all his fucking name. Okay, this guy was just like trying to rip off the Straw Hats, if I remember. This is where he says, I have this. You must be interested in this. This is where Nami thinks about it. And she says, do you have, like, what's it called, paper? This is where the person says, yes. And it costs this much. This is where Nami's trying to lower down the price. And also, if you hear that in the background, my fucking siblings and my parents are right now being loud as fuck. So I'm trying to be loud as fuck, but not loud enough for them to hear me. So, of course, if you can hear that, I'm sorry. It's just my fucking parents, siblings are outside being annoying. But they won't just go inside or anything. But, of course, is where I go back to what if. Sorry about that. I should have done a disclaimer. But, yeah. Of course, is where, Nami is trying to lower down the price for the person. Of course, the person is saying, nope, I'm sorry. I can't do this or that or this or that or this or that. And what's it called? Nojiko is kind of wondering. She knows this person is trying to rip off Nami and all that. So, of course, she was about to do something until Luffy notices. Luffy appears right in front of the, the person. This is where Luffy takes off his, well, blindfolds, showing his crimson red eyes. This is where Luffy says, "Hey buddy, we're pirates. Maybe you should leave our stuff here or get killed," with a deep, cold voice tone. This is where the person gets nervous and says, "Wait, you're pirates?" He looks at the pirate flag and just realizes he's on what's it called, the dark. Well, mostly they call him what's it called? So the what's it called pirate name is called the Ghost of the Infinite Void. So that's what's it called. Luffy's crew is actually called. But well, mostly that's what Luffy's called. But what Luffy's was called pirate group is called, it's mostly the white hair pirates. But yeah, because of Luffy's kind of white hair. So of course this is where he realized he's on the white hair pirate crew. And I should mention one thing: Luffy's bounty is higher than original canon. It's at 250 million. So yeah, of course this is where the person is seeing the crimson red eyes. It's where Luffy decides to put him under Genjutsu and make him forget anything about the encounter. That's where Luffy puts him into the ship. Of course, does like take the paper away from the person. Does throw him into the boat ship and all that. Of course, of like a snail and all that. And decides to throw him off and make the snail kind of just get the fuck out of here. That's where Luffy grabs the paper and gives it to Nami. Gives it right onto her hand. That's where Luffy says, "Good luck with your mapping the whole world." That's where Nami says, "Luffy, was that really necessary to do?" Luffy looks at her, changing his eyes back to the crystallized blue eyes, and saying, "Why, of course, Nami." And of course, like doing an eye smile because he's not showing like his. Well, I mean, he then takes off his like mask, his underneath mask, and smiles at her and says, "Of course, Nami, it was necessary. We're pirates, of course. What, do you want me to be nice and decide to make you pay that much? Screw that." That's where Nami goes very red. Of course, I should go into a flashback of what happened when Luffy was kind of having to marry Vivi. Luffy decides to have a choose of if he wants to marry Vivi or not. Have a choice. The king decided that'd be okay, and Vivi was like trying to make Luffy change his mind and say yes. And Luffy was thinking, and of course, is where Luffy says, "When I become the Pirate King, I would choose. Besides, I'm still too young. Besides, me and you, Vivi, are still too young." That's where Vivi realized, and she kind of just smiles at Luffy, but yeah. Of course, we go into a flashback of when, well, not a flashback, kind of just memory back, when Luffy was talking to a king in the hot springs. That's where Luffy was just in the hot springs. Of course, everyone was messing around. And this is where, Sanji says, "Where's the girl side?" This is where the king knows where it is at. So, of course, they go. They see Nojiko, Nami, and Vivi. Of course, this is where, Nami decides to take off her, towel and make them all just bleed, no, except for Luffy. Luffy had a blindfold, for both of his mouth and his eyes. That's where Luffy does takes off his blindfold with just showing one eye of crystallized blue and just waving at her and smiling at her when he does open it. And so where, Nami does get flustered and does almost drop the whole towel down until she managed to cover herself up, but yeah. Of course, Luffy did talk to the king, and the king says, "Thank you all." This is where Luffy says, "For what? For being a pervert?" This is where the king says, "No, not that." This is where Luffy says, "Wait, why did you look over when Vivi's your daughter? Hold up." This is where the king says, "No, no, no." This is where, all of them just says, "Wow." The king just "Arr." But we go back into, Luffy. When when Nami sees Luffy's eyes and smiling at her, she just goes very red. And she does hold the paper tighter. That's where, Luffy says, "Well, good luck in drawing, okay? Don't worry, I just take over the ship and navigate. You can go draw." That's where Nami does and nods. Oh, I forgot to mention about that one island that they did go on yeah, that'll still happen, and of course Chopper would still talk to Robin, but Nojiro was kind of like, still kind of, what's it called, just talk to Nami mostly. But yeah, of course that's when Nami kind of draws it. So yeah, just drawing the ground line, yeah, and other maps, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Sanji and Zoro will be fighting, but Luffy will actually be kind of right now concentrating. He's right now just meditating. While both Zoro and Sanji are fighting, Usopp and what's called Chopper are messing with the toys and all that. So yeah, or mostly the toys that Luffy kind of just robbed that man. Of course, this is where Nami can't concentrate that much, and of course she does get what's called angry, and does stop what's called well, it doesn't stop. She kind of gets angry, but she's just hoping that they are kind of being relaxed and all that. Maybe that's just both Sanji and Zoro. She can't really concentrate with those two. But of course, it's where something happens. No, what's it called? Nojiko was right now just drinking tea with Robin, but yeah. And of course, this is where, well, both Zoro and Sanji still kind of, well, they're fighting. Of course, this is where Zoro was actually smashed into, well, the door. And this is where, well, Nami does go outside because she kind of did mess up more into the paper. This is where, well, she gets outside and says, "You two idiots, stop." This is where both, she does punch what's it called, well, Sanji and, what's it called, well, Zoro in the head, knocking them both out. And of course, this is where, well, Usopp will be the one to kind of jump in and hit the ink and almost ruin the papers. But before he was able to ruin the papers, Luffy grabs the, well, ink before the ink does go into the papers and the papers. That's where Luffy does have his leg right now in front of, well, Usopp. This is where Nami says, "You idiot, what the hell are you doing?" This is where Usopp's down on the ground, knocked out. Luffy gives the paper and puts back the ink down to the table. He says, "Here, Nami." This is where Nami looks at him, and of course, this is where she keeps being red and all that. And of course, she accidentally puts the paper to her face, and of course, kind of puts ink in her face. This is where Luffy says, this is where Luffy kind of grabs like a towel and just like take the ink off her face. This is where Luffy says, "Be more careful." This is where Nami says, yeah, you're right." Of course, she's kind of like putting both her fingers in kind of between, kind of like Hinata would do in original canon for what's called, well, not original canon, for like Naruto, but yeah. That's where Luffy says, "Well, I'm going back to meditating." This is where he grabs Usopp and drags him out. This is where Luffy says, "Okay, listen up, you all idiots." This is where, well, he's talking to mostly Usopp, Chopper, well, not Chopper, he's not talking to Chopper, Zoro and Sanji. This is where, well, they're kind of still knocked out a little bit. This is where, well, Luffy did close the door, and of course is where Luffy says, "Don't worry, Nami, I'll punish them for their crime." This is where Nami kind of heard the dark tone that Luffy was kind of saying. Nami was about to say something until Luffy closed the door. That's where Luffy says, "Hey, Robin and what's it called, Nojiko, don't you think you guys want to go somewhere else instead of there?" That's where they kind of looked at him. That's where Luffy says, "Don't worry, I'm just going to talk to Sanji, Zoro, and what's it called, well, Usopp. Oh, Chopper, I need you to make this kind of medicine." This is where Luffy kind of gives a very complex, what's it called, medicine. And Chopper was on it, and so Chopper does go make the medicine. Luffy, where he goes, is kind of like crack his knuckles. And of course, well, all three of them get up, wondering what the hell. And of course, you just see their captain cracking his knuckles. This is where Luffy says, "Hey guys, you guys finally woke up? Was that a good nap for you guys?" This is where they're like, what are you talking about?" Luffy says, "Oh, well, I know you guys might have took a nap for a little bit, but don't worry. We're going to be training something called arbitration haki. Don't you guys want to train?" That's where they said, Luffy, what are you talking about?" "Just arbitration haki. Okay, so I did guys train you in armament hawking, but you didn't guys get to use it in when what's it called, we were at Alabasta. But we're gonna train now. Got it? This is where all of them looks at Luffy, kind of confusing. What is armament hawking? Luffy says, okay, armament hawking. Well, the only person that knows armament hawking is me and Nojiko, but we're not gonna be always there to protect you idiots. So, I'm gonna have to train you how to use arbitration hawking if we ever go against a very faster opponent, very stronger opponent, or anything. Got it? This is where all of them says, yes, sir. And Luffy says, good. Well, take these blindfolds. This is where Luffy just throws blindfolds at what's it called, all of them. And this is where, well, they get confused and says, what are these? Luffy says, good question. Usopp, put them on. This is where all of them puts them on. Luffy says, good. Now, you guys are going to have to dodge my punches. This is where all of them says, how? We're blindfolded. This is where Luffy says, so am I. But you don't see me complaining. This is where, well, Sanji says, because your eyes are special. Well, not Sanji, mostly Usopp. This is where Luffy says, well, my eyes aren't really connected to what's it called, between what I can see through. Not that, well, maybe I can, but I don't really want to say anything. Instead, we're going to train this. Now shut up and get to learn arbitration hawking. Also, if you scream any single time when I'm punching you, every time I punch next time against you, my punches are going to be 10 times harder and they're going to knock you the fuck out. So, better concentrate. This is what all of them gulps. This is where Luffy says, also, you can't defend and you can't block. Well, you can't attack and you can't block. So the only thing is to do is to dodge. But you gotta dodge in an instant to actually learn what observation hawking, okay? But all three of you better have to dodge. That's where Luffy, he goes and punches at Zoro. Zoro, he didn't dodge the attack because he still was kind of confused and gets punched in the face. He wasn't gonna scream. This is where, because that punch was still like hard enough and that shit was hurt him in the head. He's like, this is where Sanji says, hey, Mossy, what did you just say? This is where Luffy punches Sanji in the gut. Sanji cut it, go. This is where, well, Usopp is right now terrified, and so he's trying to concentrate. This is where Luffy, he was about to punch Usopp until Usopp managed to just dodge a little bit, but still gets clipped a little bit by the punch. This is where Usopp says, he's trying not to scream. Of course, Nami's right now drawing, thinking that everything's going good. This is very peaceful and quiet. She's like thinking, this is very nice. So yeah, of course, we're, well, the three of them, like Usopp, Sanji, and Zoro, doesn't think they're good, but yeah. This is where, well, Sanji says, gotta get up. Gotta learn how to use hourly stalking. We saw our captain is training us, so we gotta get up. This is where Zoro just get up and says, bring it on, captain. This is where Luffy says, interesting. He just tried again on, well, Usopp. This time, Usopp does get punched in the fucking, like, stomach and does get hit towards the railing. And of course, he's like, This is where, well, Sanji says, you said something, Usopp? He gets punched in the, what's it called, stomach again, or near gut. This is where Zoro is trying to do his best and concentrate. This is where Luffy appears behind him, trying to punch Zoro back of the head. This is where Zoro decides to use it. He tries to concentrate. This is where when he's concentrating, he feels like something is about to hit him behind him. This is where he dodges to the left. This is where the attack misses his head. And of course, this is where Zoro says, huh? What just happened? Luffy was so impressed. He smiles and said, okay, all of you, take off your blindfolds. This is where all of them did. This is where Luffy says, okay, Zoro, your opposition hawking might have just awoken. Because that was actually pretty good. You dodged my attack when I was going to punch you behind your head. So, I'm saying you're probably first in this arbitration hawking training. Uson, you're second. Your arbitration hawking is still kind of better than Sanji's. Sanji, you took 2 attacks to the stomach. Concentrate, you idiot. This is where, well, Sanji goes, ugh. Well, how is it? It's so hard to even concentrate. Zoro Luffy says, ugh, whatever. Zoro, I will be training you in hockey later. All of you better better help me steer the ship because we're about to hit a freaking tornado. This is where all of them say, oh shit, tornado, shit. So of course it's like that warping wind water thing or whatever. That water tornado, so of course they all kind of man on board and yeah. So of course this is where they get through and yeah. Of course this is where Nami gets out and says, so guys, are you all done and other? This is where, well, from downstairs is where Chopper and, well, Robin and Nojiko also come from, well, downstairs to wonder what happened to Zoro, Sanji, and, well, Uson. When they get up, they just see what's it called, Sanji half beaten to death, Zoro also, and even what's called, well, Uson. Well, Uson is almost halfly hurt, but he's not that bad as being hurt. This is where Zoro and Sanji is just like gone. Of course, where, well, they say, Uson, Sanji, Zoro, what happened? This is where Luffy is just standing there. Of course, he's popping his knuckles. And this is where they do see the blindfolds that they have. This is where Nojiko kind of says, hey, Captain, why did you do that to Zoro, Sanji, and Uson? His turn, Luffy. He takes off his like mask and just smiles at her and says, oh, the reason why I did it is because, well, I was training them in arbitration hawking. Zoro is pretty good. He's a natural born in arbitration hawking. Same with Uson. Sanji, he's getting there, but it's kind of worse on Sanji. He doesn't want to think. So I made my punches 10 times harder to make him fucking think faster. But yeah. That's where Nojiko says, are we going to have to do that? This is where Luffy says, kinda. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be punching you. No. Nojiko, you're actually gonna be the one kind of training, what's it called, Robin and Nami. So yeah. This is where Nojiko says, really? Yeah. This is where, she says, oh, okay. This is where Nami gulps and says, wait, what? I'm gonna have to be doing similar training with those guys? I'm not gonna be the one punching you. He says, why would I ever hurt you, Nami? This is where Nami kind of looks at him. And of course, does see his like bright white smile. And of course, this is where she does go blush again. And she says, yeah, that is true. Yeah. This is where, well, they go into this mist. And of course, this is where the mist is kind of too thick for anyone to see. And this is where they kind of see a marine ship. A boy will still fall off of it, that one kid. I forgot his name. But of course, this is where he's actually helped to be put back on the marine ship by Sanji and, well, Luffy. Luffy teleports him there. Of course, this is where Sanji says, don't get into trouble, Luffy. Luffy looks at him and says, I'm not going to get into trouble. I'm just going to explore. So yeah. This is where, well, the boy is still helped by Sanji and how to cook and all that. And so, of course, the kid is very happy to know that Sanji is also thinking of the all blue. So, yeah. This is where, well, Luffy doesn't get in trouble and there was no one actually chasing him. So, of course, he just grabs Sanji from the head and teleports back to the boat. So, after that, what's called mist. Also, if you're hearing fireworks, I don't know, my dickish fucking neighbors are right now doing fireworks or something. God damn it. But of course, we go into fuck's sakes. We go into Luffy going into, well, more mist. Of course, that's where, well, everyone is getting chased down by some, well, mostly more Marines. And of course, that's where Luffy sees the Marines are kind of chasing him. And of course, that's where Luffy says, red. Shh. A red ball appears. This is where, well, Nami is screaming at Luffy to kind of help them and try to defend from the Marines. And Luffy says, Oh, yeah, I know. This is where Luffy throws the ball at one of the marine ships, and it gets blasted away. Of course, they do go into the storm and manage to loosen, but yeah. Of course, they landed near a, well, dock, mostly an island, an abandoned island. Or, not an abandoned island, mostly a mysterious island. Of course, this is where Nami and everyone kind of gets down. Of course, this is where Sanji, Zoro, and even, what's called, Usopp are right now hungry for meat. Luffy is hungry for meat, but right now, he is not that hungry. So, of course, this is where they go to meet the old man still. That old man that's, like, in the forest. Of course, before meeting the old man, not eating, meeting the old man, they kind of meet the goat. And, of course, both, like, Sanji, Zoro, and even Usopp kind of chase down the little goat. Of course, this is where Nami punches them all in the head and says, "You idiots, don't freaking hurt the goat." This is where multiple goats appear, like bigger goats, and tries to attack everyone. This is where, well, Luffy, what he does is kind of just send a little bit of conquer talking. This is where to stop them from kind of attacking them. This is where, well, Nami says, Luffy, what did he do? Luffy says, "Hey, old man, get out of that, what's it called, tree." The old man falls down still, and of course he says, "You damn but of course, like, he says you damn pirates, but he does pass out. Of course, this is where Chopper says, he only has 3 days to live. So we fast forward those 3 days, they will still kind of go in original canon. It's just Luffy won't be, like, too much talkative. He is kind of mindful and not that much talkative. Oh wait, I skipped what's it called, one of the episodes. Before going to meet the old man, they did stop near a, what's it called, another island. And that island was what's called the firework festival. So of course is where, well, let me go into that arc before going to the old man. Of course is where, well, Usopp would still kind of go and kind of help with the fireworks. Now Luffy, he was in what's called the place, kind of shopping with Nami, and Nami saying, "Wow, fireworks, this can be beautiful." That's where Nami looked behind her to see what's called Luffy, and Luffy was next to Sanji, even Zoro, because Luffy has to keep an eye on Zoro, so he won't get lost. Now, of course, Nochiko is right next to her, and this is where, this is where Nami says, "So, what do you think the fireworks are gonna be like?" Nochiko says, "They're gonna be looking very beautiful. No, little sis, you're beautiful as well, and even our captain thinks that." This is where Nami says, "What? Nochiko, stop playing around." This is where Nochiko says, "Oh, come on, Nami. You two are so adorable with each other." This is where, if he kind of goes and, well, next to each other, well, basically in the middle and saying, "What are you guys talking about?" This is where Nochiko says, "Captain, stop trying to bug in with our conversation." This is where Luffy says, "Sorry, I'm just getting bored, and besides, talking to Sanji is talking to a fucking love wall, and talking to Zoro is basically talking to someone that gets lost on a daily basis." This is where he turns around and sees Zoro is lost, gone again. This is where Luffy looks at, what's it called, Sanji, and this is where Luffy says, "Hey, Blondie, you better fucking help me find Zoro." This is where Sanji says, "Wait, I thought he was dot. Fuck, they say. This is where Sanji says, "Oh, not again." This is where Sanji goes to go find fucking Zoro. But yeah. This is where, well, Luffy says, "Gotta go, Nami. But besides, still." This is where Nami is trying to think of what to actually buy Luffy. Or just buy something for herself, but mostly she's thinking of Luffy. She's thinking of something to get kind of that blindfold off his eyes. This is where she's thinking. What to actually give him? Glasses? No. This is where she can't think. But yeah. Of course, this is where she decides to buy, well, shades. Like shades for glasses. This is where the shades kind of look like the same, like what's it called, Gojo wears in original canon, but yeah. And, well, not original canon, in Jujutsu Kaisen, but yeah. Not original canon, why am I saying original canon? Mostly in Jujutsu Kaisen. This is where, when the fireworks are happening, of course, this is where Luffy, he saw that Sanji was trying to put his arm around what's called Nami, until he kind of Luffy did grab what's called Nami's hand, and did put Limitless around her body. This is where when Sanji tries to do it, this is where the Limitless is blocking it. This is where Sanji's sad in the fact that his captain is being so smooth and overprotective of Nami. Sanji can't even do anything. He's just crying. This is where Nami sees that Luffy is holding her hand, and this is where Nami just go fluster. And this is where Nami decides to give, Luffy's present now. Just for being a good captain and all that. This is where, she gives him a present. This is where Luffy looks at her. Luffy kind of smiles at her and says, "What is this for?" This is where Nami says, "Oh, it's just something for helping us and trying other things." That's where Luffy says, okay. Luffy opens it, and of course, this is where he sees that glasses. So Luffy says, "Oh, you just want to see my eyes most of the time, don't you, Nami?" Nami says, "What? No, I just wanted to be nice." Luffy takes off his blindfold, puts on the glasses, but of course puts his glasses up to just show his crystallized blue eyes. And of course, this is where Nami, so beautiful. But yeah, she just really likes what's it called, Luffy's eyes. I mean, who wouldn't? Luffy's eyes are basically a mixture of Gojo and kind of Kakashi's eyes a little bit. But yeah. So of course, where she said, did I say that out loud? Mostly she didn't say beautiful, mostly hot. But this is where Luffy smiles at her, and this is where Luffy did take off his mask to just smile at her, with kind of bright white teeth. This is where Nami goes, she passes out. This is where Luffy says, I knew that was gonna happen. He puts on the mask back again and puts on his, what's called shades. And does have Nami from, kind of putting her, near. Mostly on her, not mostly on her. Mostly put her near on himself. So yeah, Luffy is taller than Nami. He is 6'2". So yeah. So of course, with that happening, they still see that giant firework, and of course, the little girl is still crying because Usopp did make her dream come true, but yeah. That's where, the old man who's saying, what's it called, Rookie, I forgot what he called Usopp. He says, Rookie, seems that was pretty good. That's where Usopp says, so, can I still take gunpowder? Not can I still. Can I have some gunpowder? That's where the old man says, huh? Well, what's it called? He says, huh? I don't even know you, kid. Yeah, for all I know is you're a pirate. Take however much you need. In the end, that's where Usopp goes, hee. But yeah, now we go into the old man, like the actual old man arc, where they kind of meet the old man, kind of like a pirate, not an actual pirate. He wasn't an actual pirate. His name is Zenny. So of course, where Zenny is still like talking to them and all that. He's eating like a bunch of food and all that. Of course, Luffy does have his glasses, and it's kind of just like, showing more emotion to his face instead of just being all blank. This is where, Nami is very happy to see Luffy's glasses more, and does see a glimpse of his eyes a couple times. And this is where Nami does manage to deal with what's called the old man a little bit, but yeah. Of course, this is where, Zoro does say it's been 3 days and blah blah blah. And this is where all of them says, yeah, we should definitely leave. Of course, this is where, Zoro does also find the pirate ship, and it mostly was great, but yeah. Of course, this is where Nami kind of lost the ship, and the old man is laughing. This is where, Luffy says, old man, it seems that I might have to go against you. This is where he takes, Nami, kind of tells Nami to get up from the chair in such a nice, sweet tone. And this is where Nami felt like she kind of messed up a little bit, but Luffy just told her to get up. This is where Luffy, he says, then come on, let's see if you can go against me and what's called Checker. This is where the old man says, oh, okay, how much would you like to, what would you like to bet? Oh, well, what I'd like to bet is, we will help you forever if I win. or I mean, if I lose. If I win, I take the boat. Okay? This is where, well, the old man agrees, and this is where everyone is nervous, but Luffy managed to beat this man in like only 3 seconds. That's where Luffy says, "Oh, it seems like you lost in 3 seconds." Wow, you really lost. This is where the old man was shocked. He was like, uh. He almost passes out. This is where Chopper was about to smack Luffy in the head. And of course, this is where Luffy tells let him smack him. Luffy says, ow. This is where Chopper says, you could have given him a heart attack and kill him. Luffy says, sorry, Chopper. This is where Chopper says, it's fine, Luffy. That's where all of them looked at Luffy. Even Robin was shocked to see Luffy's speed and how smart he is. That's where Nami sees the fact that Luffy was such a pro and basically how gentle and fast he was in taking out this old man in only 3 seconds. This is where, if you want to think about it, he's basically what's it called, Lelouch from what's it called, Code Geass. He basically just Lelouch almost everyone because Lelouch is smart in Code Geass and he is a god in chess. But yeah, the only person he can never be is mostly his brother. But yeah. But this is basic. We go back into the woods, okay? I'll just explain how it looks like. So of course, this is where Luffy saying, so we're just helping you build this boat and all that? Just saw your grave and all that? This is where the old man says, yeah, and this is where Luffy does talk to him and still gives him the spirit to be a pirate and all that. And of course, the old man says, I see. So of course, where Luffy and the others just go down to the dock because there was a marine ship the next day. And of course, this is where the marine ship that red-haired dude kind of just tell them, they should definitely leave and all that. But Luffy does like have his glasses and can see through further and sees the marine ship. This is where Luffy puts his hand up and tells him not to do anything. This is where everyone is confused. Luffy then points all the way towards, well, far over there. This is where they see the, well, Marines, like mostly a bunch of them. And of course, I should mention one thing. Nojiko and, well, Robin are with, what's it called, well, Zenny. Now, of course, this is where Usopp still went to go warn them. And this is where Luffy says, no, Usopp. This is where Usopp is captured, but yeah. Of course, this is where Marines are laughing, and yeah. This is where the old man sees this. And this is where, sorry about that. This is where the old man decides to tell the sheep to help him. And of course, like goats help him and just go down the mountain. And of course, smashes into that marine ship. And of course, well, not smashes into it. Kind of right now next to it. This is where the old man is saying, ha ha! I will defeat you! Marine ship captain or whatever. I forgot what was his goddamn name. He wasn't a captain, I don't think so. I think he was a lieutenant. Yeah, he was a lieutenant. And so where, well, all the others are kind of shocked by Luffy. He appeared right in front of all of them, knocking them all out. And Luffy says, Gold Man! This is where, well, Nami sees that this is the greatest chance to get the boat. And this is where Luffy does tell them to all get the boat. That's where Luffy says, don't worry, I'll be fine. This is where Luffy, he teleports into the boat. This is where Zoro is saying, Luffy, what about me? This is where, well, Sanji says, come on, Zoro, no time to fucking waste. Gotta get on the boat. So, of course, they get on the boat to, well, help what's called Luffy and the old man. Of course, the old man goes and rushes them with goats. Of course, there's multiple people trying to shoot the goats, but Luffy appears, knocking them out, breaking their arms and knocking them out. That's where Luffy is saying, yeah, old man, keep going! Yeah! This is where the lieutenant does attack Luffy with a sword because he's ready to end what's called the old man first. But Luffy appears, grabbing him from the head. And Luffy says, lightning style, lightning shock. This is where a shock of lightning goes through this man's head and he just shocks him. He's going, ah! Now, of course, Luffy does tie him up. And yeah, Nojiko and Robin are going, our heads. Because, yeah, they do have bumps in their heads. This is where Luffy smiles at them and says, oh, there's where your tube will be at. This is where Nojiko and Robin says, yeah, and our heads fucking hurt. Luffy says, don't worry. I think I know what to do. This is where Luffy, he kind of well, something green and misty come from his hand. And this is where Luffy says, come here, both of you. This is where both of them goes to him, wonders what the hell that is. Luffy managed to tap both of their heads, and managed to heal the bump into being smaller. And this is where Luffy says, sorry about that. It does take a lot of energy. I'm still learning how to do that. Because yes, Kakashi does remember all the medical ninjutsu and all that. So yeah. So of course Luffy is just trying to learn how to do medical ninjutsu. But just in case when Chopper's not around, so yeah. So of course this is where Shanks says, Luffy, are you okay? Luffy says, no, I'm fine. He sits down just for a little bit. Nami and the others manage to get there, and of course this is where Chopper sees the old man, checks on the post, says, oh no, he doesn't have a pulse. This is where the old man says, my hand's over here. This is where Chopper says, ugh. This is where he puts medical and other things, and this is where, well, they kind of scream at Luffy for a little bit for kind of giving old man spirit a little bit. But yeah, of course, this is where Luffy does, what's it called? He was about to like throw the, lieutenant and all that, until this is where Usopp says, go a little bit up. Luffy says, got it. He throws the man so far, it hits into the, near the captain, and the captain says, let's call him up. This is where the captain calls the Straw Hats and does tell them, we will attack you still, but of course for giving me the scum back, you get to choose where we get to fight. So of course Luffy does tell the old man that we gotta leave and all that. They mostly gotta leave and all that. And of course this is where they still leave, and Luffy does tell them to go into a storm. Nami does go into it, and Nami does think that Luffy is a genius because all the Marines kind of stop chasing after them because they're all just into the, rebel. They're all smashed into, yeah. That's where she does praise Luffy for his genius, and Luffy does just smile at Luffy, and this is where Luffy just like says, huh, your smiles are very adorable. That's where Nami does go red for a little bit, but yeah. Now Luffy isn't love dance, and he does know what he's mostly doing. So yeah, of course where Luffy does have his glasses every time. So yeah, now we go from that arc towards, the arc of, the Rainbow Mist. But, I'm gonna go through the arc anyway. My head is gonna keep hurting, and it is killing me half the time. But yeah, I'm gonna go through the arc though. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna still go through the arc. So, we go into the Rainbow Mist. Of course, this is where Marines were chasing what's called the Straw Hats. This is where that one person does throw a coin into the wrong ship and does break that ship. Now, it was mostly his own Marines, but yeah. Of course, they get to the Rainbow Arc, mostly that kind of village called Lula Town or whatever. And of course, where, they get through it. Of course, they're kind of just looking around. Of course, that one was called person that, sorry about that. That one person did tell them that they had to pay a fine. Luffy kind of knocked him out and then walked away. This is where all of them just kind of follow along. But yeah, Luffy and Usopp and even Robin were still in that shop. Robin's very interested in this place, kind of with what's called Luffy and what's called Usopp. But yeah, of course, we go into fast forward. They still meet the old man, what's called named Raphael, or was that someone else? But yeah, of course, the old man just talked to them, and yeah, about Robin wanted to find out about the Rainbow Mist. So of course, this is where the Rainbow Mist will still appear. The old man still goes along. Does take the Straw Hats, what's called pirate. Zoro's asleep. Nojiko is with what's called Nami and Sanji and even Chopper. But that's where Robin and Luffy and even Usopp gets on the boat. But yeah, that's where they go to the the Rainbow Mist, and of course where they meet the kids that try to attack what's called Robin and the others. That's where Luffy managed to just use Limitless, and then even use what's called Observation Arc into where the kids were attacking. Luffy grabs the what's called arrow and just break off the the metal part, throws it into the river, And the person that was looking to throw another arrow at the at Luffy saw that Luffy kind of broke the arrow. So Luffy tosses the arrow without those being the sharp point. This is where it almost hit that kid, and the kid was shocked. He was like, "What the hell?" This is where the kid still run away, but yeah, of course, where are you learning about this and that, about what happened to Rainbow Mist and all, and of course, where those people that were outside, mostly that pirates that are now the town mayor or whatever, they get to still find the Rainbow Mist, and of course, where Nami and the others are held captive a little bit. Of course, Nami says, "Well, 3 generations of idiots," which that still made me fucking laugh for a little bit. Of course, this is where that one person would still get out from the jail with the kids and all that. Of course, does go into the boat, small boat. Does get pulled by Chopper and the others. Of course, where Nami is inside the Rainbow Mist. Luffy does not use the Gama Gama no Mi to kind of push the kid into something. Instead, they Luffy is looking around, and of course, his eyes are kind of using his crystallized blue eyes. This is where he finds the weakness of this basically place. Anything that's a light around, if light is shining towards the Rainbow Mist, they can find their way out. This is where Luffy says, so there's not really a way in exactly, or a way out. This is where Luffy says. This is where all of them says, what do you mean? This is where Nami does know a little bit about Luffy's eyes, because Luffy did explain it. And this is where Luffy says, so anything, there's supposed to be light. If there was a lighthouse that's on that island, and the lighthouse did decide to reflect light into this Rainbow Mist, we would have been able to find our way out. The old man says, how did you know that? Even the kids are confused. Luffy says, oh, my eyes are special and I can see any weakness or anything with any abilities or anything mysterious. This is where, Nami says, Nami does grabbing more treasure, but yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy did grab something, a couple of treasure, but he didn't mention anything about that. He was just taking some treasure because he was going to sell it off, but yeah. Because they still need a lot of money. Because, yeah. To repair, the ship, mostly. Well, just in case any repair they needed to, but yeah. Of course, the person, that one pirate just come in with his, own kind of build shirt. I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like a ship, mostly. He tried to get a bunch of gold, a bunch of pirates. This is where some pirates tried to get onto Going Merry. Luffy kind of just knocked them all out, but yeah. This is where, Luffy still fights against the one that can use the flamethrower machine, while Zoro fights against the lightning one. Now, of course, Robin says that's water stone on one of the, the jewelry. So yeah. Of course, this is where Luffy does beat the fuck out of the one. This is where the person still decides to blow up the whole machine and just take the gold and all that. But yeah, of course, this is where, everyone is trying to get out, but this is where, they're trying to roll and paddle around until it gets blasted. This is where the sun is about to, go down, and Luffy says, is there only a one chance? This is where the kid still decides to sacrifice himself. Luffy could have done something, but Luffy saw what's going on, and then decided to change reality. With his eyes, he saw, but he didn't want to change reality. So, not reality, mostly change what's there in the freaking presence right now. So, of course, the kids didn't die. They mostly got sent into the 50-year past. I think so. Or whatever. So, of course, this is where, Luffy and the others managed to get down from the sky. Of course, this is where the Marines will still capture that pirate dude. And, of course, where, the pirate dude was trying to use his, money and gold. And he does get captured and blah, blah, blah. Even his siblings. Not siblings, mostly, his children, mostly his son and his father. But yeah, Of course, this is where the gold is confiscated by what's called, well, mostly jewelry and other things, by the Marines, and the Marines shows to be, well, those children. This is where the leader named Raphael kind of goes into a crying rampage, and yeah, about how he can't go and capture the Straw Hats, but yeah. Of course, where everyone does manage to leave, and they still go into another adventure. But before leaving, and of course Nami does say, we didn't take any of the treasure, damn it. That's where they look at her and she says, God damn it, Nami, add the treasure again. That's where Nojiko says, damn it, Nami, don't think about the treasure. This is where Nami says, this is where Luffy does take, what's it called, well, grabs Nami's hand and does take her towards the call. Mostly his, well, not room. Mostly his bedroom. Of course, Nami was confused. This is where Luffy closes his door. This is where Nami kind of goes flustered because she's going into her mind and it's going wild. And Luffy does put something on her head and does put something around her, well, kind of, just around her neck. This is where Luffy says, you can open your eyes, Nami. This is where Nami, she opened her eyes, and of course, what she sees is this kind of golden necklace. But of course, it's orange, but it's like this, what's called, diamonds are actually kind of orange a little bit. And the necklace is gold. This is where Nami does actually touch her head and does feel a crown. That's where Luffy says, that's your gift for giving me a gift. This is where Nami looks at him, and this is where Nami says, but I only was thinking because I was thinking. That's where Luffy says, I know you're thinking about selfish reasons, but still, I really don't care, Nami. That's where Nami goes red and does pass out and fully just, yeah, she just, shoom. This is where Luffy does grab her before even hitting the ground and does put her on his bed. This is where Luffy does open the door and does go out. This is where Nojiko says, so what did you two do? Luffy says, you can check for yourself. Nojiko does go and she sees, basically her sister just passed out, so yeah. And of course, he's the golden necklace and most of the crown. Now, the crown has a diamond, but mostly those diamonds are like purple. So yeah. Of course, Nojiko thinks that it was kind of adorable for Luffy to actually give her what's cost stuff, but yeah. Luffy could have like sell that stuff, but Luffy instead kind of kept it to give it to Nami. So yeah. Of course, we go into, well, them being into the sea. Now, of course, they still have to do repairs to what's called Going Merry and all that. And of course, Luffy still has some treasure just to sell it off and pay for the repairs, but yeah. Of course, where a giant was called, a giant ship decides to fall down from the sky and tries to hit what's called the Straw Hat Pirates. Well, not the Straw Hat Pirates, mostly the Blindfold Pirates, or the White Ghost Pirates. This is where Luffy sees that all the rubble just falls around, but yeah. Of course, it doesn't hit the Going Merry at all. And of course, this is where, Nami does tell them to all go to get some stuff, but yeah. Of course, Luffy does find the treasure map about Skypiea. And of course, Nami still wants them to go find more. But this is where she wanted to give what's called the job to Usopp and not Luffy. But Luffy decides to go down anyway. So, of course, Luffy doesn't have like the 2 barrels. He has only 1. Because water doesn't affect him. Because his abilities aren't a devil fruit. So, of course, they go into the water. They still look around the ship. Don't find much things. Of course, this is where the monkey does appear. And of course, this is where when the monkey does go underneath the water, they still kind of talking. Yeah. Of course, this is where, the monkey and the others still get swallowed up by a giant sea turtle. And of course, when they were in a dark place, this is where Luffy and the others just get out. And, they get out. And, of course, Luffy is not, like, drowning because of water or anything. He's fine. He kind of just got up and all that. After what's called, Nami asked for a treasure now. Or if they found any more treasure. But this is where, They say no, but this is where Sanji and Zoro was talking about the monkey and all that. Luffy says, oh yeah, the monkey. He was a very nice person. Very actually cool. It's where Zoro and Sanji says, what do you mean cool? This is where the monkey appears saying, give me back my loot. This is where, well, they look in front of them because, yeah, they see the 5, like, giant figures. Luffy was about to just, like, take off his glasses and get ready to fight until everyone freaks out and starts rolling away. Luffy says, "Aw, I guess I won't be able to fight them." It's where, well, they're now in the clear blue sea and all that. And, of course, it's where, well, everyone's saying, man, this is such a blah, blah, blah. They go through. And, of course, the monkey says, yeah, such a drag. Luffy says, damn it, I was about to fight them. This is where they see the monkey first. So, of course, they all pick him up. Mostly Sanji, Zoro, and even Luffy. And, of course, where Luffy says, like, why wouldn't you guys let me fight him? This is where all of them says, are you fucking crazy? Nami goes up to him, hugs him, and does slap him and says, are you fucking insane? This is where Luffy says, you know that was mean, Nami. This is where Nami says, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about everyone. God damn it, Luffy. You're not thinking clearly. Luffy says, sorry about that, but yeah. Of course, well, the monkey, I think he'll probably fall back down. I'm still in kind of the Skypiea, so I haven't got to Skypiea arc, but I'm kind of around there. So, I'm going to have to end it off for this part and do a continuation on when I do Skypiea and the other arcs. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato soup, and potato. So yeah, this is what if Luffy was the reincarnation of Kakashi Hatake and Gojo Satoru, part 6. Part 7 will be whenever when I actually get to the arcs. But other than that, bye.